Эй! Ну что, продолжаем Divinity Original Sin. В прошлой серии, получается, мы нашли лагерь странников. Кстати, он относительно недалеко находится от самого форта радости. Вот, и сейчас будем с ними общаться, изучать. Кстати, вот мы святилище Амадди активировали. Чему, наверное, будут очень рады жители данного лагеря.
The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow. It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No, they had these weapons. Living beings, depleted of source and crucified, pathetic to look at until the power that they unleashed. There was nothing we could do. Only run. Shriekers they're called. I can still hear that sound they uttered. Makes my scales crawl.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way to defeat them now. Let us hope he finds it.
The young woman chews her lower lip as she observes the injured before her. She bends to grab a rag, wiping her blood-smeared hands. She looks up and sees you.
If you're looking for healing, sorcerer, well, there's not much I can do.
The woman wrings the blood-stained rag in her hands anxiously.
Magisters aren't known for their mercy. Many of us died. And the ones here will likely follow the same fate, by a slower road. I've done all I can. Their wounds are too great. All I can offer them now is prayer and a cup of water. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic? All I've got is my own two hands and...
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry...
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. I'm just the cook. Do what you will. Just don't cause them... Matis, let me change your dressing.
Я ведь смогу вам помочь, чуваки.
Leave me be.
You brought him back from the brink. Thank you.
Ну что, пойдем лечить всех? Бедный Глом даже ничего сказать не может.
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today...
I don't remember much. I barely had time to realize the Magisters were attacking before I was injured. The last thing I saw were these things those Magisters are gonna pay in blood for.
If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that walloping from the... Thank you.
Please, heal them all.
So long as Gareth returns, we will.
Я излечу, не переживайте.
In an instant, my wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. I was certain I wouldn't. Thank you. The Magister flagship. It has ballastay that tore our ship into kindling. A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially after I saw what the Magisters did to those of us they captured.
He shudders at the memory.
They turn the living into shriekers. Crucified wretches that unleash pure destruction on anyone who tries to pass. Nobody survives those things. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is, well, it's not much, but maybe you'll find some use for it. Thank you.
How do you have so much power? They're gonna be all right. Thank you. Thank you, gods above, thank you.
Water, please. Water.
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
Спик Мороза.
I'm alive! I'm alive!
На самом деле это имеет смысл купить.
You're certain it was Verdes?
Так. Но я не знаю, чем мне взять. Давай возьму огненную стрелу.
I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
Так.
So long
The
as Gareth
fog
returns,
is lifting.
Поджиг крови. Ой, очень специфичная вещь.
you're certain it was Verdes?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
О, Хан, привет.
You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks.
We helped each other. That's what sorcerers need to do nowadays.
Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
He'll be back, Samadel. I know he will. He has to.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. You're kind to offer. But you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll know where your talents can be most used. Now, Han, let's take a look at...
Catch you later, Skipper.
Слушай, а Хана я тоже могу подлечить.
Thanks. I feel a lot better. Sure glad you made it here. Sure, Leia's her name. She'll be down by the water. Word of warning, though? She's kind of a basket case.
Такс. Что у нее-то есть? Слушай, я знаешь, что хочу включить? Я хочу включить эту штуку. Четный план в диалогах.
Samadel smiles with relief at Han's healed leg, bowing gently in thanks when your eyes meet.
У нее все это, огненный шар и так далее. Она у нас чисто маг. Так, давай тогда тут все залутаем и блутаем. Это вот мы оттуда вот шли. Но я спущусь сюда, чтобы посмотреть, может, если тут что-нибудь тайник какой-нибудь. О, это громко.
Seems like nobody's home.
Хочу тайничок найти. Эх, нету так нету, ладно. Эх, пустая бочка, ожидаемо. Так, он с ядом. Автор с большим энтузиазмом рассказывает о способах снятия шкур. Ну это мы, кстати, мы такое уже читали. Легенда о семерых. В одни своей юности 7 богов решили, что каждый из них будет вести свой собственный розыск, свой вечный бег времен. Вышло так, что Ралик, самый могущественный из них, стал покровителем людей. Ну вот этим мы читали. Это тоже мы читали. Легенда о семерых. Постой.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first, it was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn. And he died for what he believed. What did Halorn believe in? He believed in truth. He believed in hope. He believed that Alexander is a killer of Godwoken. I believe that on one point at least, he was right. You're welcome to whatever you can find. Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer.
Не знаю, ничего не хочу покупать у тебя. Не интересует ничего. Тут...
Still there, Quercus. Do you...
Я могу подобрать этот хлам и продать ему же, что довольно забавно.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted.
Просто бизнес, ничего личного. Ладно, пойдем тогда, что у нас тут? Так, Гаррет пошел на север, вот сюда, в оружейную. Но у нас тут еще есть таинственная пещера. Интересная, я хочу ее посетить. Та-та-та-та-та. Денег у нас уже не так много. Потратил на новые закупки, поэтому мне надо бы...
What strange witchery is this?
О, колдовство. Тут-то нету тайников никаких больше. Смотри-ка, тут есть ящики. Но вот так вот просто туда не попасть. Но зато туда сейчас может попасть Лоусы. С помощью тактического отхода. Не знаю, мишку можно подарить кому-нибудь. Сколько у нее восприятие 16, но в принципе все должно увидеть тут.
Rubbish.
Не туда больше ничего. Ну, пойдем в пещеру. Кстати, у нас почти левелап. Кстати, что по сапогам? Дождевик. Столько всего насобирал уже.
Hey you! Let me see what you've got under there. Go on. Go on, show me your... pecker! Wait, do you even have a pecker?
Ковка.
Until next time. Again? Ha! Here today, gone tomorrow.
An illusion.
Life's a dream,
This fellow must be quite proud of himself.
Чертов шутник.
Ha! Clever.
Не знаю, зачем мне, правда, это? Ну ладно, пускай будет. Денег здесь много не бывает. На самом деле, да, их здесь много не бывает, потому что хорошие шмотки дорого стоят.
Didn't I tell you to leave? Wasn't I clear that you're not welcome here?
Кто он? Переоделся, смотри-ка.
You can't teach a fool anything.
А, он себя разделил на части, да? Что-то сражаемся? Так, что за ход тебе убрать?
Hurts, doesn't it?
Цель вне зоны видимости. Подожди, что будешь делать? Какой 5-й уровень, да, он? А я 6-й. В общем-то, зачем мне его поднимать? Пускай сам сюда идет. Я сейчас пригвоздить смогу. А дальше что? Не дотянусь, да? Не дотягиваюсь. Нафиг как бы с ним. Мимо. Очаровки. Ту-ту-ту-ту. Пиу. Пиу. Иху, левел-ап.
idiot.
О, вообще рофлит надо мной. Не умирает он этот. И местный призрак, да? Так, что бы мне стоит изучить? Это мне пока не надо. Это мне не надо. Это тоже мне не надо. Не выучено. В смысле? Да, у меня так-то он тут не так уж и много всего есть. Ладно, ставим это. Так, что бы мне стоит убрать? Мне бы на самом деле надо уже изучать память. Скоро понадобится. Давай ловкость еще бустанем. И, наверное, пока что... Вот я не знаю даже, что выучить-то. Паратургию надо, кстати, учить. И мне, и Лоуса. Давай выучим чем. Это нам надо будет для телепорта и вот необъяснимое уклонение. Так, выучим это. Блин, столько, смотри, вот этих вот... Вот это выкинуть можно, его убрать, убрать. Убрать. Это тоже нам не надо. Телепортация. Вот Клауса давай выучить телепортацию. И необъяснимое уклонение тоже выучит. Это очень полезные навыки. Дальность 12 метров. Высокая дальность, кстати. Ну, так как у нее есть некромантия, давай получим. Так, а здесь мы, наверное, памяти вкачал. Нет, памяти тоже нужно. Память и давай ловкость. Устанем. Надо все заранее навыки подготовить. Вот так вот.
Careful now. That's a trap.
Ой, на ловушки наступили.
Look out. I see a trap nearby.
Еще на ловушки наступил. Ну ладно, мне не так страшно. Что нам мышка скажет? Щепка. Лады.
But it's a riddle, isn't it? A conundrum. What's it you'll have to solve? I thought you looked clueless, alright? Thing is, it's about the letters, isn't it? What? Yeah, sure. Hope you don't die. Well, it takes one to know one, mate. Well, nice to meet you too.
Могу тебя убить, крыска? Давай ты докажешь, что ты не иллюзия. Убежала в ярости. Ну, смотри, как танканула стрелу целую. Коси! Ну вот, ничего не дают. Зато сущность земли и крысиный хвост. На самом деле, сущность земли нам вполне может пригодиться когда-нибудь. Но она не была иллюзией. Вот декоративные мечи на продажу. Так, это у нас лосося берет. Затралено. Я-то не боюсь пуховки и дорогие вилки. И ножи. Ну, золотые, наверное.
You see yourself in the mirror. It's quite a sight.
Да. Новые рецепты.
And you thought Rivellon was flat.
Вы думали, Ревелон плоский? Так. Ну, можно взять на продажу. Ясно. Троллинг. Я помню, тут что-то загадки будут.
But you won't find the way. A pity. Bracka has willed it. Trompdoi must abide. You have met the unfortunate guardian of this vault. You are kinder to him than fate has been. Do you wish to move forward? Listen closely and make your attempt.
Надо сохраниться, потому что я сейчас буду ошибаться по-любому. Хотя я помню, когда первый раз приходил давным-давно, я с первого раза прошел.
Brackus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. A cur is...
Так, брак безумный, равнодушный, подлый. А раб тогда... Кое-кто даже называл его рабом истока. А какой же тогда раб? Блин, сейчас же это ошибусь, я не помню.
You know nothing. Guess again. Listen closely. Brackus is a bloody, rotten, thieving, very, very awful fellow. Some even call him a cur. You know nothing. Guess again. You dullard. You lack conviction. The door...
Там был первый ответ. Ну, как так можно было? Я не знаю. Боже мой, это плохануться, это шанс 30%. Что я вот так вот сейчас обосрался, да? Равнодушный, подлый, безумный.
Either you're very good at guessing, or the slightest bit clever. Listen closely. Source is a scourge, a devil, a misery, a blight, a hex, a curse. And yet, the cure is...
Исток — это искушение, демон, несчастье, зараза, проклятие. Король Брак мог лишить истока любого, ведь живые существа были для него что скот. А скот — это демон, проклятие, зараза, несчастье?
Perhaps you're not totally incapable after all. Or maybe Trompdoi told me. It doesn't matter in any case. The path is open. Go freely. I know little, but you have proven yourself a knowing traveler. I will answer what I can. Brackus Rex discovered the way. This he researched here, upon this isle. He could remove the source from any creature or individual. I saw the stars he used myself. The Brackus Rex has charged him, tried him, convicted and punished him. I know not the crime, but he has been sentenced to remain in this vault for all time and to prevent others from entering. Trompdoy was, and is, a creative man. He knew petty magic in his day. But this he has used to carve this place out from a simple vault, myself included.
Смотри, кстати, вторая загадка была легче значительно, чем первая. Вторая там прям понятно было. Клавы солнца.
Open your eyes. Time to die.
Так, если честно, я помню, что тут достаточно одного убить. Припоминаю. И настоящий это вот этот вот. Трикстер. Поэтому давай-ка мы... А, он входит в следующий ход, да? А я могу его как-нибудь оглушить? Мне надо его глухануть срочно. Блин, я не очень удачно его поставил. Так. Ну ладно, попробуем. Если мне повезет, то я его глухану. Но мне не повезло. Буквально 4 урона не хватило. Просто вот этих чуваков не обязательно ведь убивать. Где он, интересно, вылезет этот? Давай забафаемся просто, я подожду, где он вылезет. Вообще я тоже ведь могу в инвиз уйти. Давай это и сделаем. Ой, я частоту разума нажал. Тут человек. Так, давай в стороночку отойдем. Вкладываем ход. Ждем настоящего. А вот и не угадал. Слушай, а он ведь тоже не вылазит. А, вот он вылез. Отлично.
none.
Так, мы тебя пригвоздили. В общем, они нас не убьют за свой прокаст. Классный навык. Он хочет найти этого Фейна. Фейн не дурак, Фейн отошел в другую сторонку. Вот и все. Достаточно было убить одного.
As you pick up the ring, you feel a cold, dark pain shoot up through the bones of your arm. Your mind itches. You don't hear, but feel a whisper in the cavity that functions as your ear. It tells you to slip the ring onto your finger.
Так. Но он дает ХП, которое мне не нужно абсолютно. Жалко. Я вообще через ХП не играю. Ладно, сапоги возьмем. Мы играем не через ХП, мы играем через бурст дэмэдж и быстрое отступление по возможности. Потому что бодаться с противниками вот так вот очень долго бессмысленно, потому что у них способности все равно больше на самом деле. Но это потом будет, это начало игры здесь очень легко. Но дальше будет, конечно, уже не так легко.
That's plenty.
Ты сокровище?
Look at that one.
Избавление.
It hums with inner source.
Кувшин души некроманта Тамсин.
The soul jar stands on its plinth, glowing softly. From within, you can almost hear the whisper of a voice. You see, or rather, you feel a far-off land. Frozen breath hangs in the air, pine needles brush your cheeks, and in your arms you can feel a weight. A body, dead. But you have hope. Your vision swims. You're older, but perhaps not wiser. You march at the head of a shambling host, the enemies of Bracca's Rex melting before you. The scene twists again. Now Bracca stands before you, a beautiful woman at his side. You lash out in treasonous rage, but cold arms bind you. You're sealed away in a tower. Your screams fill the darkness. You feel a jolt and open your eyes to see the soul jar before you, lying still in the vault. Your hand falls from the jar and grips the pillar as you try to calm your ragged breathing.
Я эти кувшины пока что возьму с собой.
Good fight.
The necromancer's memories fade to black, but the feelings remain.
The memories of a necromancer.
Согласен. Некромант Траск.
The jar on the plinth before you seems ancient, but is in surprisingly good condition. It's covered in pictograms that you can't understand, but you're sure you just saw one of them move. The pictograms spin to life, and you're dragged into a dream. You see the lizards of the ancient empire turning their backs on you, casting you out into the wilderness. As you roam, the human apes turn away from you, all but one. One smiles, one opens his arms, one says he'll take you home, Bracca's Rex. He promises power, for a price. He picks off your golden scales, one by one, stripping you down to the bone. He promised you a crown, but all you got was shackles. You try to fight, try to reclaim what's yours, but a woman takes you by the hand and leads you to a tower. He promised he'd take me home, you cry. You are home, she smiles as she seals the door. This is where you belong. Your hand drops away from the soul jar, your bones tingling. In the back of your mind, you hear a small, scared voice whimper before fading to nothing.
Ну вот, доверился человеку. Называется. Дракончик.
Good find.
The long-dead lizard's visions fade.
This is the price of pride and greed. The villain.
Ну, возможно. Ух ты. Ух ты, ух ты, ух ты. Так, сердце тирана, следующий артефакт.
Good find.
О, у меня уже перевес. Давай это волосы отдадим. А нет, я не буду это давать, потому что я могу это случайно продать потом. Погоди, что у нас есть тяжелое? Надо, кстати, поесть что-нибудь. Надо узнать, что дает, что дает. То есть неизвестные действия, бутылка отравленного пива. А что я выпью? Она меня лечит зато. Так. Что бы и такого передать? Давай дальше есть мор. Отдадим лоус на продажу. О, это выкинуть можно вообще. Даже не знаю, как это у меня оказалось. Медузник. Так и сидим. Буду знать, что дает хотя бы. На продажу. Так, что у нас есть еще? Это тоже на продажу. Это тоже. Ого! 20-ку висит? Нет, давай мы его оставим. Он слишком тяжелый для меня. Или хотя бы лоуса отдадим. Понятно, что такой тяжелый. Что тут еще? Его можно будет сразу продать кому-нибудь. Даже не это. Долго, скажем так, не носить с собой, не мучиться.
This jar glitters and glows. From within, you think you can make out the distant sound of laughter. With a jerk, your mind is pulled to a scene in a tavern. You see a dwarf in the center of the room, joking us all around roar with laughter. All bar the zombies, who are slavishly serving food and drink. The door opens, and a tall, beautiful woman stalks into the room. She's flanked by heavily armed guards. You can't make out her words, but see the fear in the dwarf's eyes. The dwarf mutters a word, and the undead lurch towards the intruder, but are cut down like wheat. The dwarf tries to run, pushing her friends into the woman's path, but is grabbed before she can escape. As she's dragged away to a tower, you hear her cursing Bracca's Rex and his whore. Even when she's thrown inside and the door sealed, you can still hear her shouts. You pull your hand away from the jar, your head swimming. You can feel the dwarf's cold terror still throbbing in your bones.
Nice.
The vision fades.
I've rarely seen such cowardice on display.
Кувшин душ Гретианы.
The jar before you may have looked opulent once, but no longer. Now it's covered in grime, its paint chipped away, and its jewels long stolen. The soul jar rocks slightly, light flashing from underneath its lid. On its rim, you can just barely make out the name Gratiana. As soon as you touch the jar's cracked surface, you see a vision of splendor, silks, fine food, and decadent lechery. But underneath it all lies bone and blood. The vision shifts. You see burning villages, slaughtered women and children. You see her, purging wand in hand, standing amongst it all. She throws her head back and laughter echoes in your skull. A shadow falls across her, and you see a large, weeping face. She reaches out as if to comfort, but Brackus drags her back. You see her fall into the mire of the swamp, trapped. As you pull your hand away, you can feel a deep, longing sadness in your soul. Is it regret, or just sadness for a life that used to be?
Это Гретиана. Кувшин, который сейчас у храма Амадии находится у святилища. Ладно, пообщаемся с ней.
The terrible vision fades.
Ну, давай ее
While
пожалеем.
she lived a selfish life, she seems to have repented. She should be forgiven.
Лоуса со мной согласна.
You made it all this way.
He trembles and seems to shudder with a quiet sob.
I'm cursed, you know. Bloody Brackus bound me here to protect his vault. He has my soul in that jar just there, and I can't leave without it. As long as the jar stays unbroken, I can never truly die. I don't rightly know. This was the Source King's way. Befriend you, then destroy you. I was a fool to expect I'd be an exception. His favor was intoxicating. That's no excuse, but it is the reason. Really? You would?
He drops to his knees before you and grabs onto your feet with both hands, head hanging.
Thank you.
Хорошо тоже. Полно же. Плюс твоя инициатива. Это тоже неплохо. Так. Что дальше-то у нас? Все, да? Мы тут все залутали.
The deity's head and hands are missing, severed as if by a sword. You can't tell if this was meant to be symbolic somehow, or a mere act of vandalism. As you take in its chiseled details, you have a vision. The statue comes to life and embraces you awkwardly with its broken arms. Unable to resist, you're flown away into an endless dark.
That shrine seems to have brought me here. What is this place?
Встреча с духами. Высшие силы даровали вам временную возможность видеть духов. По мере того, как вы учитесь накапливать больше истоков, вы можете научиться применять эту невероятную способность по собственному желанию. Желтая магия, да?
You walk towards the figure on the dais, but wisps of mist start to cloud your vision. With each step, the mist gets thicker, hiding the figure.
Thane. Thane.
You push through the fog, chasing the voice at breakneck speed. You trip and start to fall, but catch yourself against a bookcase. You look around in shock as the mist clears. You are standing in a library, your library. You hear a cough behind you and turn to see your assistant, Harina.
Harina, свою помощницу.
She hands you a thick book, Observations on the Universal Veil. You look at her in confusion as she explains, "You asked me to bring you your research, Master Fane, for your guest." As you walk through the library, Harina expresses her condolences. It is a shame that the king forbade further investigation into the veil. It was a fascinating topic. She leads you to a door, your study, and pushes it open to introduce your visitor. You step through the door and see the Lady Amadia, one of the 7 lords.
Oh, please, there is no need for ceremony or dusty titles. You may address me as Amadia. I must say, you created quite a stir earlier, dear Fane. The other lords and I were quite impressed with your research. We believe the king's decree that you should not investigate the veil was misguided. We would like to view more of your research.
Это они в прошлом находятся.
And I see you have already brought me some reading material. Kindly give it here, my boy.
She thanks you with a smile and thumbs through the pages, engrossed by your work.
Yes. Yes, quite fascinating. A barrier of pure source. Do you truly think this veil is the key to unlocking a new future? Yes, so we gathered. We found it strange that the king would refuse you the chance to explore something that could be so beneficial to our people. But perhaps there are still paths we can walk.
There is a crash of timber behind you, and you can feel hands grabbing you. You are dragged backwards as Amadia screams. The screams fade to nothing, as does the scene before you. You're standing on the cold, glowing stones once more, with Lady Amadia before you.
Fane, darling Fane. I had to know. I had to be sure. If you were not who you claimed, it could have been a disaster.
Настоящая, да.
Peace, my child. You will have your answers, but I may only give one at a time. First, you must understand the madness the king unleashed on the world.
Вы видели существ, похожих на Иралика, Дюну и остальных, и их почитают как богов. Это ли не бред?
We know why the king forbade your research. He already knew about the veil, Fane. He was draining its power, leeching from it to build up his own strength. When we confronted him about this betrayal, he used his power to try and subdue us, to turn us to slaves. He wasn't satisfied with our fealty. He wanted total control. His madness for power knew no limits. We fought, of course. The king scorched our land, but by uniting, we overcame his evil. He was banished beyond the veil he had tried to subvert, but our victory was hollow. Our people, oh my child, they were erased, destroyed utterly. We 7 were all that remained. I fear that it is. But you must steel yourself. The fight is not yet done. For centuries, the king has been searching for a way back into our world. And beyond the veil, he found the force that could help him do it. The void. The moment we discovered the void, we understood the veil was created to hold it at bay by powers even more ancient than us. But thanks to the king, that evil has been seeping through the cracks. We have contained both ever since, but now, alas, they are winning.
Так.
I fear we are no longer united. I fear...
Amadia turns and gestures to the scene behind her. Down below, you can see the 6 other gods fighting, clawing at each other, everyone desperately trying to get the upper hand.
Over the centuries, the drip of void into this world corrupted the others while they played with their mortal races. I fear it is too late for them, for us. But you, Vayne, you have been untouched by it all. The world needs a power to protect it, and you are the key, Vayne. But you have fallen so far. Of course, my child. All you did was to seek knowledge. The true crime was your punishment. And you will have justice. But first you must return to the world and escape that island. But you will return more powerful. As your first step towards righting the wrongs of this world, I grant you my blessing and give you the ability to bless in turn.
Amadia stretches her hand out, and you feel a warm glow spread through your bones. You feel a sensation that you have not felt in a very, very long time.
You may have noticed I have tried to help you on your journey, that I can bless the very water beneath your feet. Now you have that power for yourself. And this is only the beginning. More and greater powers await you, if only you will seek them, and seek them you must. But before you begin, a word of warning. I gather that you travel with a pack of these lesser creatures. It is only natural after so long spent alone, but you must be wary. Some of these creatures are more dangerous than they seem. They are God-woken, the chosen champions of the other 6 gods. And then there is the one you know as Losa. She is something else. Something wicked. You must beware of her above all others. For they will all walk the same path as you, but they cannot be allowed to reach its end. You must be the one. Only one of our people can wield this power. Only you, Vayne.
She lays her hand on your skull, and you see it clearly. The others, the gods, Amadia, and you. You are her chosen. You are her God-woken.
So go forth into the world with my blessing, dear one. Heed my words and go.
Ага, теперь мы можем благословлять, да?
You hear a sharp chittering from the ground. After a quick back and forth, the squirrel throws up its paw. You feel a strange new power fill your body. The squirrel sits back, sulking. It's still there.
Книга «Изменчивый бриз». Он мне книгу дал. Где же она? Где же книга? Так, сортировка по новизне. Или он меня обучил этому сразу? Что-то я не догоняю. Чего-то я не догоняю. Или там был просто свиток? Ну ладно. Я думаю, потом разберемся. Слушай, мы уже час тогда записываем. Я думаю, на этом мы тогда закончим, завершим и продолжим уже в следующей серии. ББ, пока-пока.